members of the Antigua Toastmasters Club, and to all visiting colleagues and Toastmasters. The pleasure is mine to be here with you for this auspicious occasion as you commemorate your 10th year anniversary. There are three key things that I'd love to share as I bring greetings from our district executive. So the three key points that I'd love to share with you starts with the members of the Antigua Toastmasters Club. As members of this dynamic club, you have been through thick and thin over the last 10 years. You have had moments that have been fruitful and exciting, but there were also the tough and rough moments, especially the last 2 to 3 years. But that did not stop you from sharing your experiences with so many others, from facing your own fears and growing and evolving into better versions of yourselves, positively influencing the communities around you, not just a shining beacon in Antigua, but across the Caribbean and even to the world. And you each stand as testimonies that the Toastmasters program works. And for that, I celebrate each and every single one of you, because you are the reason why Antigua Toastmasters can celebrate this momentous occasion today. The second point that I'd love to share with you has to do with your club. As a collective, you have not been idle. Nearly 100% of the time over the last 10 years, you have been distinguished. This is virtue to the hard work of each and every single one of your members. And while working at that and helping your members to improve, you have also been helping your area, the division, as well as all the members of our district by showing up to others' meetings, helping with programs, delivering as mentors, delivering as coaches, delivering as guides. You continue to shine like stars when you serve on the district executive, as is current today. So we celebrate you as a club for all your achievements. The third point that I'd love to share is more of a charge. You've had 10 years of amazing moments, of excellence, but you also have 10 years to come. So as your executive team continues to work really hard to follow in the footsteps of all the great leaders that have gone before, and to take it one step further, I ask that each of you continue to shine like the stars that you are. Continue to invest in each other and this program. Continue to share your knowledge so others can grow and benefit based on your experience. And make the next 10 years for the Antigua Toastmasters Club the best that the club has ever seen. And why stop at 10 years? Why not 20? Maybe a whole nother century. Continue to grow and evolve as leaders. From me to you, from our entire district executive to you, we congratulate you on this amazing experience that you've had these past 10 years and this moment you take to celebrate and to recognize all your efforts and encourage you to keep on going. Keep on being that star in Antigua. Keep on being the star across the Caribbean and continue to shine your wings across the world. Happy birthday, Antigua Toastmasters Club, and even more success is on beyond. Mr. MC, back to you.
Thank you very much, Program Quality Director for District 811 of the Caribbean, Melinda Lloyd, for those words of encouragement to the Antigua Toastmasters Club. Please remember that your membership, the club, and you need to continue to shine and invest in others as you go forward for the next 10 years.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, and most distinguished guests, as well as, of course, Program Quality Director Melinda Lloyd, who's just spoken before me. Thank you very much for the invitation, Madam President, to be invited to this auspicious event of celebration. Recognition and celebration is very, very important to us in Toastmasters. And why? Because every individual's achievement is the group's achievement. So when one person achieves something, it's really the club has achieved something. When a few people in the club as a group achieve something, it means every individual has achieved something. So achievement is all about a teamwork. And you have proven that for 10 years solid, you worked as a great team. Now, I did go to the dashboard, and your program quality director mentioned that already, was that currently you have 8 DCP points. Not only that, you actually have 8 new members that joined the club this year. And currently, actually, on the dashboard, you have 24 members. That is extraordinary. Now, I actually also did my own homework, and Melinda did mention that. And this is my homework. Right behind me here, this slide tells me that you had 10 DCP points every single year, and that your membership was minimum 25 and maximum was 42. Incredible club. That shows that you guys are doing very, very hard work in what you guys are doing. That's outstanding. Just pause to think about it for those of you who are members here and guests. What does it take for a club to be able to do that? I mean, it takes a lot of work by leaders, people turning up and becoming leaders and standing up and taking that time to inspire others and mentor and coach and making sure that the club comes together and gets to the next level. And you've done this year after year. And that's why we are celebrating your 10th anniversary. I also asked your club president, what's your vision? Where are you going with this club? And she says, this club needs to exist forever. And for the next 10 years, we have got a great vision. And what she said was that your club was committed to having a division being created in Antigua and Barbuda, your own division. I think that's an honorable and noble goal. And what does that mean, by the way? It means that there'll be more leaders on board, that Antigua Toastmasters is committed to creating more leaders. And what is it in Toastmasters? What do we do? This is where leaders are made, right? And your executive committee here is committed to making sure that all of you here turn out to be leaders who are inspiring and take it to the next level, and that this club not only exists for the 10 years, but beyond. And I'm hoping that in 10 years' time, I'll be invited again. Now, that takes me to a story. And here's the story. It is a very interesting story if you listen to it very carefully. You see, in the 10th and 11th century in England, there used to be built big cathedrals, huge cathedrals. And the York Minster Cathedral was built in the year 1200, around that time. So it has withstood more than 800 years. 800 years. Now, there was a traveler passing through York, and he asked, the people were just building the cathedral at that time, and the horseman riding on his horse stops by and asks, of course, in those days, stonemasons used to cut stones manually, and then they would hand it over to the next person who would go and put it in place where it belonged. All right? This is how they built cathedrals, one stone at a time. And so he goes up to the first stonemason and he says, my dear fella, what you doing there? And he says, go away, man. He doesn't even look up. He says, I've got a checklist here. I have to make sure that I've made sure that all these stones are made today and that they're ready for the next person. I don't have any time. Go away. All right. The horseman rides up to the next stonemason who's chipping away at the stone. Same thing. And he asks, my dear man, what are you doing over there? And the stonemason gently looks up, smiles, and keeps working, and then says to the horseman, well, I have a list here, and I have to make sure that all the stones are cut correctly, and I have to give it to somebody to put it there. But I also have a plan of how I'm going to do this. So here's a strategy. I have a plan how I'm going to do this. I've gotten good at my tools, and I will make sure that I've been told to do 20 bricks a day. I will make perhaps even 25. But that's about it. Good day, sir. Oh, okay. The horseman is awesome. He goes on to the next mason who's chipping away at the stones, and he's got some drawings around him, and he's happy, he's singing, he's whistling, and he seems to be like there's no joy anywhere else in the world but him. He's the epitome of joy, and he asks him, my dear sir, what are you doing? He says, well, sir, I have to cut these stones. According to this checklist, I also have a plan of how many I'm going to do today. I'll probably do 40, 50. My quota is only 20. But, sir, I also know this. And he stands up and he says, my great-great-grandson started building this cathedral, because in those days, cathedrals took 200, 300 years to make. And the York Minster Cathedral took about that time, 250 years to make that cathedral. So generation after generation after generation would come and make that cathedral. He said, my great-grandson started this when the foundation was laid. And I know every part of my generation that laid stones to make this cathedral where it is today. And when I finish, my son will come and start this cathedral and build it to a monument where people will enjoy it for thousands of years. He says, thank you very much, sir, for asking me. He stands up, shakes the horseman's hand, and then sits down and continues his work. 3 stone masons, what is the difference between them? 3 Toastmasters, you have met the first Toastmaster, you have met the second Toastmaster, and you've met the third Toastmaster, haven't you? And so I urge you that you be the third Toastmaster, the third Mason, where you don't only have a checklist of how the meeting runs, you don't only have a plan of how you're going to do your speeches, but you have also a master plan of where the club came from, where it's going to go, and you're going to build legacy. And that is my urge to you, that Antigua Toastmasters, not only in 10 years, but in 100 years, will be here. Yes. Congratulations, ladies and gentlemen. Please join me in a toast and raise your glasses to Antigua Toastmasters. Thank you. Back to you, Master of Ceremonies.
Thank you so much for that, Mr. Bram Memon, who gave us some very solid points. Work by leaders, work continues, taking your time and continue to inspire and to mentor others. Create more leaders in your club. Build your club one person at a time and have a master plan. So we want to thank him so much for those words of advice to the Antigua Toastmasters Club.
Welcome to Antigua and Barbuda, the only vacation paradise with 365 spectacular beaches, a tropical rainforest, and the world-famous black pineapple.
The Antigua Toastmasters Club was chartered on 14 November 2012, and we are privileged to be the host territory of District 81 May 2014 conference. We look forward to welcoming fellow Toastmasters from across the Caribbean and beyond, and to building relationships that will last a lifetime.
Under the theme, Unlock Your Potential, we invite you to immerse yourself in 3 days of highly informative forums, innovative workshops, and awe-inspiring speeches.
Witness the life-changing power of the Toastmasters program as you unlock your potential and reveal the hidden treasures within.
But there's more. The May 2014 District Conference is not all work and no play. We have reserved a special place for you at the world-famous Jolly Beach Resort and Spa, which sits on one of the most prestigious beaches in Antigua and Barbuda. Enjoy fine dining, swimming pools, and nightly entertainment by local artists.
Antigua and Barbuda is a tranquil twin island. Take advantage of our duty-free shopping. Indulge in rejuvenating massages and venture into our exotic rainforest.
Take in the spectacular views of Shirley Heights and Devil's Bridge. See our historic Nelson's Dockyard and experience our hospitality as you make your way through the bustling St. John's.
Join us May 16th to 18th as we turn the key to our future and unlock your potential.
Antigua and Barbuda District 81 May Conference. Come and be inspired.